Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy. Today I'm going to be doing a reading on Irene from Red Velvet. This is a highly requested reading, so I'm just gonna be doing a general reading off of her current energy. And as usual, just a quick disclaimer, I just want to say I'm not going to divulge too much into her personal life, just out of respect for her and for whomever I do a reading about in the future. But yeah guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. It would truly help me out a lot. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get started. Hi everyone. So straight off the bat, the energy is a little bit heavy, so bear with me as I try to unpack everything. But we have a lot of cards that jumped out for Irene, so before I get to those, let me get to these first. Usually I like to start my readings by seeing a little bit into the person I'm reading's personality, especially if I'm not very familiar with them. But today it seems like the guides in the universe want me to see the current situation first, because these are the first cards that jumped out. So Irene is going through a lot right now. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. She's going through a lot. She's going through a very difficult time. She feels like she's feeling a lot of pressure. She's feeling a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of blaming herself, feeling guilty, crying over spilled milk, things like that. She feels like things are very black and white right now for the people around her. She feels like she's been painted a certain way. We have the Queen of Swords reversed. The Queen of Swords is someone who is conniving, very evil, has difficulties in communicating, manipulative, dishonest, like basically not very good qualities in a person. And it came out like this, so it almost seems like people are telling her, hey, you are this person, and she feels like it's her fault. She feels like she needs to fix this, but she doesn't know how to fix it. And she feels like she's been painted this way already, and it's almost like there's no escape, and these thoughts are really haunting her. We also have the King of Pentacles reversed, so things are feeling really unstable right now. She feels like she has no control over her career. She has no control over her finances. She has no control over things that usually she's in control of. So she's going through a really hard time. We also have the Knight of Swords, the Empress, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Chariot. So this tells me that right now all she's doing is working really hard. She's working really hard to fix whatever she feels like she's broken right now. She's working really hard to, I almost feel like, create a new image, create new avenues of finances. I feel like it's making her think, what else can I do? Because the Eight of Pentacles is all about acquiring new skills too. So I almost feel like she's thinking, what else can I do? What else can I need to think about my future? Things like that. She's thinking about her future a lot. But she's also trying to repair broken things that she feels she's damaged. Personality wise, this is where it comes in, you know. Nothing is really black and white. She has like a very clear duality, because I see here we have the Empress, and the Empress is actually someone who's very nurturing, very motherly, very kind. So I feel like to the people around her, she's actually someone who takes care of them. I feel like people come to her for support, for help, for guidance, things like that. So she is someone who's very nurturing and very loving. At the same time, we do have the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords does not hold back. The Knight of Swords says it as is. They make their position known. If they don't like you, they don't like you. If they like you, they like you. If they don't agree with what you're saying, they'll tell you straight away. So I feel like there are issues that she's gotten into, there are situations she's gotten into because of this tendency she has to say it as is. So, you know, she has a duality, a little bit of darkness, a little bit of lightness, as everyone is. We're human, you guys. But she feels like right now she's already painted a certain way, and it's very difficult. So we do have the Chariot reversed again. So like I mentioned, she is going through a situation where she feels like everything is very unstable. She has no control over the things she usually has control over. She doesn't have a control on her career. And because of the Chariot reverse here, she's usually someone who's on the go. She usually takes leadership, but it feels like now everything is kind of stunted and she's going backwards instead of going forwards, because the Chariot is moving forwards into a direction, following our dreams, ambition, things like that. But it almost feels as if, sorry guys, the energy is really, so it almost feels as if things are going backwards. She's driving backwards. So she is going through a hard time. And yeah, let's see what else is happening with Irene right now. How is 2021 going to be for Irene? Let's get to that. Because yes, the current energy is heavy, but how is 2021 going to be for Irene? Okay, oops. So I feel like with the Seven of Wands reversed first, I feel like 2021 is actually going to get a little bit better. Right now, she's struggling with a lot. It's almost like she's fighting for her position, right? When we have the Seven of Wands upright, it's all about proving ourselves and fighting for a position. So everything that's happening right now, but we have it reversed. So things are going to feel a little bit better. Things are going to get better. Because it almost feels like this situation is not actually going to last too long. That's what I'm sensing. We have the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups. You guys know what this means. It means a lover. Someone is coming into her life. Love is coming into her life. 2021 is going to get better. Sorry, let me just grab a few more cards because I just want to get some. Oops, a few cards came out. Oh, interesting. Sorry, we have a few cards that jumped out here. Okay. Okay, lots of cards. So we have the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Emperor, the Eight of Swords. So let's just unpack this really quickly. Because I feel like I've been doing readings that are way too long and I'm trying to like make it short. I don't want to bore you guys and things like that. But basically, there is an emphasis on love in 2021. I feel like she's going to open up herself a little bit more, because the thing with Irene is that sometimes she puts up this wall. We have the Eight of Swords, right? And the Eight of Swords is almost like a bad situation that you create yourself. It's not something that someone's put you in there, it's you yourself. It's almost like you've created a wall and no one can actually come in, no one can pass that. So I feel like she used to be like that, but this is reversed, so she's about to break down those walls, because I think she's going through a lot of like realization right now, and she's realizing that she needs people close to her. She needs to let people in, and she needs to let people see her real personality. She needs to let people see the nurturing part of her instead of just the Knight of Swords, because I do feel like it was a defense mechanism. She thinks that what she's doing, how she's portraying herself, is somewhat going to keep her safe, but she realized that it's actually been very detrimental to herself, and I guess now she's realized to her career. So she's finally going to slowly break down the walls that she's created around herself. She's finally gonna let people in, and obviously it's like in Frozen, you know, like when they're letting people come into the castle and she's like, yay, she's so excited. And people are so excited to see the castle. I don't know why I'm using Frozen as an analogy, but the energy is feeling lighter. I feel happier. It's almost as if people are like, wow, we're, you know, like Irene is opening up. We're finally getting to know her a little bit better and things like that. So a lot of people are coming for her. So we have the Knight of Cups, we have the Knight of Wands, and we have the Emperor. 3 people who are interested in her. To be honest, I feel like with the Knight of Cups, it's someone that she was interested in before, but she kind of snubbed him in the beginning. Now it almost feels like she's giving him, sorry. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna say him because it's clear the energy is male, but it's almost like she was snubbing him before, but now she is interested in him, and he's playing a little bit hard to get, you know what I mean? You can see here that the Knight of Cups is facing the other way, so he's interested, but he's kind of like playing hard to get because he's been burnt before. At the same time, we have the Knight of Wands and the Emperor. They are making it very clear that they are interested in her. Knight of Wands is someone who has a very great build, very good looking, a winner. I feel like they're also someone who moves a lot, so they could be in the entertainment business. And then we also have the Emperor. The Emperor here is someone a lot more mature, someone who can provide. There's someone who is very successful and could provide her with a life that is good, where she, you know, necessarily she wouldn't have to work or anything like that, but they're very protective. They have like a very strong charismatic energy about them, this Emperor. The Knight of Wands here is also charismatic, but I also feel like sometimes, I don't know, sometimes they act before thinking, you know what I mean? The Knight of Cups here, I feel like I sense is the one that's been you know, truly feeling a lot for her for a very long time, but now they're very guarded with their feelings, they're very guarded with their heart because they've been burnt before. So let's just see what else is coming to Irene in 2021. Or wait, let's see if any of these three are actually going to be contenders, if she's actually going to, like, yes. One of them is going to be a contender, and I have a feeling it's actually going to be the Knight of Wands. We have the Six of Wands here, and the Six of Wands is someone who, like I mentioned before, is someone who's very energetic, a winner, good looking, moves a lot, things like that. So I have a feeling it's going to be the Knight of Wands. It's got a lot of fire, energy, always so, I don't know, has a lot of energy, always excited about the next big thing. Yeah, so it almost feels like, you know, obviously I feel like this year she's going to be able to show a softer side to her, a more vulnerable side to her. I feel like she thought in her mind that she had to portray herself in a certain way so that people wouldn't attack her, to keep herself safe and things like that. But she's now realizing that she doesn't need to be like that anymore. It's okay to be vulnerable and show more of herself, because people are going to fall in love with that side. So let's see what else is coming to Irene in 2021. Let's grab one more tarot card and then some oracle. 2021, Irene. No. Okay, let's grab some oracle. What's coming to Irene in 2021 other than love? What's coming to Irene in 2021? Whoops. A lot of people are jealous of her. A lot of people don't like her. A lot of people, I feel like, are going to keep spreading rumors about her, but at the same time, I feel like she now knows how to combat that. Yes. So I feel like 2021 is about growth for Irene. This is, I'm talking about, like, you know, internally, right? Because we can see that obviously she's getting a second chance. She has you know, love interests coming into her life and things like that. But internally, I feel like this is going to be a year of major growth, because there are always going to be people who don't like her. There's always going to be people who are envious of her, or there's just going to be people who just don't get along with her, because she's not someone who is for everyone. She is sometimes Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords, I'm going to be honest with you guys, the Knight of Swords is someone who can just sometimes be just too much. Their words can cut you, you know, like their words can hurt you, and so she's not for everyone. And so I feel like even to this year, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, in 2021 there's still gonna be issues with her and some people, but what I think is amazing is that she's realizing now that she has a voice. With the 5th chakra, fifth chakra is all about our throat chakra. It's about communicating, it's having a voice and things like that. She's realizing that for her to feel safe and for her to feel okay, she needs to show more of herself. Because as you can see here from the door to personal healing and happiness, when the door is closed, all you see is ivies and plants and things. But when you open it, you can see rainbow, you can see beautiful flowers, you can see a dove, a peacock, you can see all these great things. And that's almost just the way she is, you know. This is exactly portraying her to a T. It's like when people see her exterior, they just see the Knight of Swords. She needs to be able to open the door and let them see this side of her. So she's realizing that she needs to be more vulnerable, she needs to open up and let her guard down and let people see into this. Also, she needs to be more honest with people, she needs to be more open, etc., things like that. So I think that's really, really good. It's going to be a year that's going to teach her a lot of things about herself. It's also going to be a healing year. Let's see, finally, let's finish this up. What else is coming to Irene in 2021? Finally, balance. Okay, okay, she's gonna be working hard, you guys. Stable. By the end of the year, things are going to get a little bit more stable regarding her finances. Yes, okay. So what she's doing this year is she's going to learn to balance things a little bit more, and she's also going to find allies. When I say allies, it's building more deep connections with people and friendships, things like that. Also, she's going to be working very, very hard to rebuild what she feels she's broken. This is something that we saw earlier as well. She's going to almost kind of like plant her seeds very carefully, plan her next step very carefully. But I see that by the end of 2021, everything is going to be stable. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. She's going to have she's going to feel safe regarding her finances. She's going to feel safe regarding her career. She's going to be a little bit more ambitious. I see that she's going to be doing a lot more things. She's looking at widening her horizons in regards to her career. So I feel like she's going to be doing a lot more other than what she's doing right now. She's also going to be in a place where she's going to be able to let people in a lot more. But yeah, guys, this was a lot. I wasn't going to do a long reading, but a lot of cards came out. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this reading, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye.